My stepmom's daughter is my ex. I am a little bit conflicted about this anime. In some senses, I am kind of digging it, and in other senses, I'm actually not liking it at all. And I'm just really conflicted. I think this is definitely going to be something that you and I need to give the 3 episodes to really see if we really vibe with. And for me personally, as a creator on YouTube reviewing anime each and every week, I'm going to be relying on you guys to really come out and show support. If you guys want to see me covering this anime, shout out in the comments, hit the like button, and, obviously, if you're here, just watch the whole thing. But this anime really is something that I don't know if I want to do the song and dance with. Essentially, what they did is they set the stage here for you have 2 individuals who were in love or dated or whatever in middle school, okay? And the 2 characters that it follows is Yume and Mizuto. I think I'm saying that right. And essentially, they dated in middle school. For how long, it's unknown so far. But they dated, they got along. They obviously really liked each other at some point, and they both found each other's personalities, whatever reason it is, they simply didn't get along anymore. And there could be an alternative reason, which could be the parents that they split up, but I don't think so. They, at the end of this episode, they almost made a mistake and they called each other annoying. So I think they just kind of got sick of each other in middle school and they decided to end it. But there's still some residual feelings there, as there typically would be when dealing with, an ex of any capacity. And the stage that they really set up with, they dated in high school. They dated, I keep messing that up. They dated in middle school. They are now in high school. Their parents have married, so they've gotten together. They are now step siblings, essentially. And they have hidden the fact, which I think is stupid, they have hidden the fact that they once dated in middle school for the sake of their parents. Now, I personally feel that they should have both been upfront with their parents. I don't think it's the end of the world if they just say, hey, by the way, you're about to marry the mom of my ex, or you're about to marry the dad of my ex-boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. And I don't think that's the end of the world if they were just kind of completely transparent up front. I mean, if their parents are in love, that's not going to change the fact at the end of the day. And in some senses, knowing that there is one worry, in this specific situation is these 2 falling for each other in close proximity. But knowing though that they did have that and they ended it, meaning they're no longer like each other in that capacity, could actually be a breath of fresh air for their parents. And the real way for them to really get over this is just go date somebody else, and they can immediately just look at each other as step siblings and nothing more. And I think that would really just solve the problem. But regardless, they didn't do that. They hid the fact. So they dated in middle school. They're now in high school. Their parents are together. They're trying to hide the fact that they were step siblings, and they constantly are creating these rules and barriers to interact with each other, to seemingly play the part of the nice step siblings so that their parents can be happy, so that they don't regret the decision that they made to get married with each other and bring 2 children into this household. Now, the good thing is they're in high school, so they're about 16 years old, give or take a year. They're about 16 years old. So they're mid to late teenagers already. Although the way the Japan school system works, middle school, high school, it's a little bit odd, but at the end of the day, they're about 16 years old. So they're old enough to not be to not emotionally be able to handle what's going on in their specific situation. So they're kind of constantly playing this game with each other and playing this cat and mouse game. Obviously they're trying to hide the fact that they were once in love, et cetera, et cetera. And so much so that they begin to, play these mind games. So you have Mizuto, or whatever his name is, during what to call each other, he begins to display affection, towards Yume, in a quote-unquote step-sibling way. And she gets embarrassed, takes it in a different way, so she loses the game because, that's the first step. Then he shows a characteristic of, oh, I'm sorry, he's genuine, I'm sorry about it, whatever, but that's the part that she doesn't like about him. Then later on, she tries to, he gets kids at school trying to befriend him because, she's hot, so they're trying to make friends with him to get to her. And she sees that. She hates the way that he's being treated at school, so she takes action. Based on what Mizuto has said, is Yume's very impulsive, so she takes action. gets very close to him, creates whatever she's trying to create. Then when they get home, he's like, oh, I had already forgotten about that situation, but thanks, kind of thing. And that drives her insane. So she spends time, in a bath towel. Basically, she even calls herself out. She's like, oh, crap, I think I'm seducing him right now. And yeah, essentially, yeah, it's exactly what the hell you were doing. He tries to cover her up. They fall on each other. And that scene right there kind of epitomized what I think the anime is going to be going forward, is them trying to hide something and them constantly falling into these situations to where the lust or pre-affection or pre-love that they had keeps resurfacing, as they both almost effed up and kissed each other right now. So I just don't know if I want to play as cat and mouse. I smiled a couple of times during the episode. I didn't full on laugh or anything, but I did smile. I was like, oh, that's cool. Just like you smile as you're watching. But most of the episode was pretty even keel, and that tells me that I may not be enjoying it the most. So this might be on the chopping block for maybe anime that I don't cover for the whole entire season, but I will give it a 3-episode rule. I do think I like Yume a lot. I think she's very cute. I think she's really, she's attractive, and I do like that. I think Mama Yume is attractive. So for those reasons, there's enough to keep watching. But there's so many other good anime seasons. Like, I don't know if this one has enough for me to stick around. But overall, the episode was okay. I don't think it was the best showing for the episode for the anime, but I do think that last 90 seconds really showed us what the anime is going to continually be as the season progresses. And I just don't know. I don't know if I'm really digging that so far. I think this one might be one of those ones that I just kind of don't stick with. But like I said, let me know what you think about the episode. Let me know what you think about the premiere. Let me know what you think about Yume and Mizuto and the situation that they're in, the peculiar situation. I do like the premise of it. I do like exes being forced into a household. It gives me like a lot of domestic girlfriend vibes, but that one vastly different. But this one, they still seems like they might still have some feelings for each other, kind of thing. I want to know on how far they went in middle school. If it wasn't that far, then I don't know. I'll just leave my thoughts there. I'm going to end right there. Let me know what you think about this anime in the comments down below, and let's chat about it, and let's see if we continue with it. All right, friends, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.